My name is Beth Varhalla, and I'm a tax shareholder and CPA at Saltmarsh, Cleveland and Gund, based in our Pensacola office. I'd like to share some information with you about new tax legislation included in the CARES Act that impacts your tax deduction for gifts to charitable organizations such as Gulf Coast Kids House. The CARES Act is an economic stimulus package that was signed into law on March 27th to help our country navigate the COVID-19 pandemic. There are 3 changes in the CARES Act related to charitable giving that I'd like to share that can favorably impact your taxable income for 2020. First, if you can itemize deductions on your tax return, the cap for your charitable donation deduction has been lifted from 60% up to 100% of your adjusted gross income. So you'll have the opportunity for a much larger charitable deduction this year. Theoretically, your taxable income could be totally zeroed out by charitable donations. Please note that the increased limit is for cash contributions only and is limited to gifts to public charities and certain foundations. Also note that the increased limits do not apply to gifts to donor-advised funds. The second change is going to be very appealing to those who are unable to itemize and must take the standard deduction. The CARES Act includes a new above-the-line charitable deduction of $300 for single taxpayers and $600 for taxpayers who are filing jointly for 2020. So even though you have to take the standard deduction, you can still get a nice tax break for your charitable giving. Finally, I'd like to talk to you about QCDs, Qualified Charitable Distributions. A QCD is a distribution from an IRA that is sent directly from your IRA administrator to the charitable organization. Using a QCD, an individual over 70.5 years old can donate up to $100,000 annually in IRA funds directly to a charity without having to include the distribution in taxable income. High-income taxpayers who don't need the IRA funds may want to take the opportunity to go ahead and direct an IRA distribution to a charitable organization via a QCD. So, this is a good way to move funds out of your IRA without paying taxes on the income and also to maximize the 100% of AGI cap allowed for 2020. That's what I call a win-win situation. As I mentioned, QCDs are not due and are always a good way to make a donation to your favorite charity. Thank you to the Gulf Coast Kids House for the opportunity to share this information. Our firm and our staff have long been supporters of this great organization, and I'm glad you are too. Please feel free to contact us if you have any questions. Thank you.